3 Eastern Conference semifinals. The Cavaliers have showed up hungry and determined to fight for what they believe is rightfully theirs. Will they be able to break the stalemate and come out on top against Detroit? Round 2 of the NBA playoffs continue, coming right up.
Well, the venue's different, but the stakes are as high as ever. Welcome to 2K Sports. With the series all knotted in one apiece, the quest to reach the Eastern Conference Finals is heating up. With Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke, this is Brian Anderson, plus our reporter, Allie LaForce. Now a look at Detroit's starting lineup. We've got Asar Thompson. He's out there with Davis. And it's Whitman in at the 5. And for the Cavaliers, they've got Devin Booker. And it's the Magician in at the point. It'll be the Cavaliers off the tip. Pass to Mr. Perfect. Here's the Magician. From the high post. And he gets the bucket.
What a terrific play by just a tremendous all-around player. This guy makes it look easy.
Cunningham looking it over. Here's Silva. No good on the triple. Pass to Booker. Here's the Magician from the arc. Rebounded by Whitman.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Goes up from the top of the key. Here's Davis. And Davis slams it home.
And I'll tell you what, this is a guy who doesn't take a break at all on the boards.
Yeah, doing serious work. He likes being an anchor on the glass.
Well, but as defenders keep forgetting to box him out, he continues to just make them pay.
And Cleveland has possession, following the score by Detroit. Offensive board. It's good on the putback.
I always love the hard work on the glass. Just great activity.
Cunningham passes to Whitman. Here's Silva. Pass to Cunningham. Here's the pick. 6 to shoot. 13 feet out. And it's good for 2.
A sharp shooter from the mid-range. Cunningham doesn't need much room to feel comfortable firing away.
Here's Mr. Perfect. Here's the Magician. Rebounded by Whitman.
Well, this has not been a quarter to remember for this guy. He looks completely flustered.
Pass to Davis. Three-pointer. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
Yeah, you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
And we've got a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Let's take a look at the players leading the way in assists here in the postseason. Cade Cunningham on top. Mr. Perfect. Jams it in off a great move.
Look out below.
You got no chance of defending him right there. Outside Davis. Thompson outside. Off target with the three. For Cleveland, they've gone 3 of 6 from the floor. Here's Mr. Perfect. Silva with a rebound. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
I was able to talk with Kenny Atkinson for a minute. I asked him what's the key to slowing down Cade Cunningham. Coach said, quote, not letting him get clean looks inside the arc. Cade is a terrific mid-range shooter and a solid finisher inside, so we just have to get a hand in his face on every shot. Limiting his production could be the difference in this game.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. Here's Booker following the score by Detroit. Clock at 4. The putback. No dice on the putback jam. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Cunningham outside. And here's Thompson for 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Cunningham.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
Pass to garbage man. From 9 feet out. Booker for 3. He drops it from range.
Instinct, skill, the ability to be rise and fire ready. Devin Booker, yes, sir.
High post Davis. 19-footer. And Mr. Perfect pulls it down.
He expects to make every one of those, and we expect him to make them too. This is why you put the ball in his hands. An accurate pass hitting a moving target.
And here's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. Thompson outside. Pass to Davis. Fires the 3. No, he's made 3, missed 2 now.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Here's the Magician. Here's the Cobra. The 3 ball. And Cleveland another 3.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
The Pistons have gotten 50% of their shots to fall so far. They're 5 of 10. Pass to Davis to end the run. And again, no good by Detroit. For Cleveland, they've gone 6 of 11 so far. Mr. Perfect passes to the Magician. Booker with it. Here's the Magician. Beyond the arc. And Cunningham pulls it down.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
Here's Mr. Perfect. And that one is stuffed right through.
Sees his man, has the angle on the interior, and drops a dime right there.
And J.B. Bickerstaff decides to call timeout. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. He's checked in for Cleveland. Hardaway comes in for Booker. Thomas, he's checked in for Detroit. Sasser comes in for Cunningham. Detroit trails by 4. Whitman passes to Silva. Sasser outside. Pass to Silva to snap the cold streak. He drains out one after 2 misses. Now 1 for 3.
Well, the defense deserves to get burned. Absolutely no excuse for leaving him open.
Here's Garbage Man. And he gets it to go. Garbage Man's got 6 points.
Well, you get exactly what you want right there. Clean look, right at the cup. Nicely done.
Here's Whitman. Still without a bucket. Here's Thomas. There's the block. The Cobra passes to the Magician. Here's Garbage Man. Soft touch off the glass. And now it's a 5-point Cleveland lead.
Yeah, Hardaway's such a good shooter, but he can pass it too.
Pass to Silva. Here's Whitman. Here's Thomas for 3. And Detroit another 3.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Stolen by Thompson. And they're running. Ahead. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
They've done a great job facilitating so far. So moving the rock and finding the open man, just great selfless basketball.
Yeah, and their assertiveness in the paint so far tonight has been impactful. They're really making it hard for the interior defense.
And the first one at the line is good. Rollins, he's checked in for Cleveland. Tied up with that one. The Cavaliers shooting an excellent 56% in this quarter. Here's Tyson. Still no points. Tries to keep it alive. The Cobra can't hit.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
He takes it in.
Just such a terrific dunker.
Man, born to fly, that's for sure. Silva's gone 2 of 4 shooting. Pass to Rollins. Here's the Cobra. Here's Silva. He's got 5. Fast break. Here we go. Here's Garbage Man. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Pistons.
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
Yeah, and what an excellent display of passing in the early stages of this game. A good deal of their points coming directly off quality passes.
First one falls for him. Duran, he's checked in for Detroit. Davis comes in for Thompson. He makes 1 of 2 that time. Here's the break. Got a hand on it. Pass to Sasser. Here's Davis. And Mr. Perfect pulls it down.
And that closeout certainly made a difference.
Well, no question. He altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
And let's take a look at who's been lights out from beyond the arc in this year's playoffs. Cleveland shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
Shooting 2.
First one falls, and Cleveland making a change here. Mobley's checked in. Holland, he's checked in for Detroit. And he makes both free throws. 1:24 left in the first quarter. On the wing, Davis. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Davis has got 9. And the lead just keeps changing hands.
5 times already, and we still haven't gotten out of the first half.
Mr. Perfect gets the bucket. And the Cavaliers lead by 1.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
Now here's Sasser. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. And here's Duran. It's Thomas on the wing. 5 on the clock. 20 feet out. And he nails the jumper.
Put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
And it's out of bounds to Cleveland.
He had the right idea, just couldn't come up with the swipe.
Yeah, the anticipation was there. The hustle was there. Very close to picking that one.
It's great to see a fantastic block on replay once again.
Yeah, this is the elevated energy level you expect in the postseason. Chasing down blocks and making an impact.
And we've got 28 seconds left in the first. Mr. Perfect drains the triple. Mr. Perfect's got his 3rd basket on the night right there. Well, the Pistons shooting with confidence in this one. 48% in the first quarter. Now Sasser. Out to the right wing. Here's Holland. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And so both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. Cleveland on top. They lead by 2. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And welcome back, folks, for more Eastern Conference semifinal action. All right, what do you guys think about Cleveland here in this one?
Well, coming into tonight, maybe you thought they were going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Nope, that's not the case.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
The Pistons shooting at a decent clip, 45% for the game. Setting the floor for the Pistons. Davis out there with Duran. Then there's Holland. Then it's Cam Thomas. And it's Sasser in at the point guard position.
A great read between those two guys. The defense didn't stand a chance, B.A.
These two teammates right here, Grant, they are connected. And Cleveland has possession. Following the score by Detroit.
Backing up that last 3 with another 3. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
Outside Davis. Shoots a fadeaway. Mobley grabs the board.
Boy, no idea why he went with the fadeaway. Had a clean look at the basket.
Second quarter of basketball, about a minute played so far. Şengün, a screen on Thomas. And the 3 off target. And here's Davis. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. Mr. Perfect gets the bucket. And now a 5-point Cleveland lead.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Sasser outside. Pass to Thomas. Fires from deep. And again, no good by Detroit.
What a nice individual defensive effort right there. Did a great job contesting.
Here's Mr. Perfect. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Mr. Perfect's gotten 4 this quarter.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Thomas outside. They set the pick to halt the run. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. Here's Rollins. No made baskets yet. Pass to Şengün. Şengün, a screen on Thomas. Back to Şengün. And Şengün, throw it down.
And they're building on their lead, doing whatever they can to blow this game open.
One of the things they're doing is identifying favorable matchups and then going at them.
And the timeout called here by J.B. Bickerstaff. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. A different look for Cleveland. Booker, he's checked in for Tyson, and Milton subbed in for Rollins. Cunningham's checked in for Detroit. Detroit trails by 9. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Pass to Duren. Here's Holland. Now Davis, covered by Mobley. To get back on track. Out to the wing. 4 on the clock. Here's Holland. And again, no good by Detroit. Cleveland leading by 9. And here's Milton. Here's Mr. Perfect. He's got 11. Ooh, costly foul there. That'll send him to the line for 3 free throws.
Yeah, Şengün's aggressive style is what gets him here.
First trip to the line for him here.
Taking 3 shots. 3 shots. 3 shots.
That free throw good from Şengün. And Detroit making a change here. Silva's checked in. Good on the second one. And he makes all 3.
0 wasted trips. They're doing their job at the line.
Detroit trails by 12. Cunningham passes to Duren. Now Thomas. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. Booker, the pass to Mr. Perfect. Fade away. Duren with a rebound.
Boy, he's definitely covered well there. And hey, we know he can knock down the fadeaway shot. Just didn't fall there.
Cunningham, right side. Pass to Davis. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to be Evan Mobley. Detroit shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
Shooting for the Pistons, Davis. At the line for 2.
That free throw misses. Brown, he's checked in for Alperen Şengün. And he sinks the second. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Outside, Brown. And he lobs it up to the rim. And stolen by Cunningham. Outside Davis. Pass to Cunningham. Back to Davis. Now here's Duren. Shoots over Booker. And again, no good by Detroit. Cleveland leading by 11. Brown with it. Here's Mr. Perfect. Silva with a rebound. Silva's got 4 rebounds in the game. Back to Davis. Ooh, give him his 5th make of the game in 10 attempts.
Well, just tremendous composure on the interior. Read the defense, take advantage of the situation, and deliver.
Pass to Mr. Perfect. The ball's knocked loose. And stolen by Cunningham. Mobley with the block.
7 feet sneaking shots past Mr. Mobley is not easy. Send it back, Evan.
And the fans love seeing incredible moments on defense like that block.
You know that block has him and his teammates all pumped up. That is what playoff basketball is all about.
And Detroit making a change here. Here's Cunningham. Ooh, a little luck that time as it drops. Cunningham's got his second bucket on the night.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Here's the Cobra. He's got 5. Another miss. He's 2 for 4.
And that's exactly how tightly you have to guard him every time he steps to the arc. He's just that good.
Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful contest right there.
Davis with it. 12 points for him. Shoots over Booker. No dice from the high post. Here's the Cobra. Pass to Mr. Perfect. Here's the Magician. He's watched by Cunningham. Drops in the 3. The Magician's got 5 points.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays. One
thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
The 3-ball, no problem for Cade.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
From 11 feet away, and it's rejected. Pass to Holland. 6 on the shot clock. From outside, off the mark. Cleveland leading by 7. Here's the Magician. Stolen by Davis. All by himself. And he lays it in off the breakaway. Davis has got 5 points in the quarter.
He was way ahead of the pack. No one around to contest. He can do anything he wants in that situation.
Big time play right there, showing the activity and ability to impact this game.
And we've got a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan.
Let's see who's the last.
Checked in for Cleveland. Thomas, he's checked in for Detroit. Oh, they get a hand on it. Here's Silva, defended by Şengün. Silva can't hit.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
Here's Whitman. He's scoreless. Thomas, right side. Pass to Holland. Here's Silva. They set a pick. There's the drop. Oh, hey! How about that?
B.A., I'm not sure he should be flaunting around the rim like that with this game so close.
Oh, it's risky, but it sure did look good. On the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, good looks by our terrific camera crew. Here's the Magician. He's got 5. Here's the Cobra. Here's Booker, and there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Cade Cunningham picks that one up.
And they've capitalized well from the free throw line. Their percentage is impressive.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good.
Booker, not the guy you want to foul, gentlemen. This guy is one of the best from the stripe there is in the game.
So both teams making some changes here. He does not get the second one.
Yeah, just an offensive machine. Booker generates points consistently, night in and night out.
Here's Cunningham. Powerful take from Cunningham.
This run has been fueled by their matador defense.
The Cobra passes to Garbage Man. And out of bounds, Detroit will have it.
Hurts to see that kind of mistake. Coach is going to be on him about that one.
It's time to take a glance again at that superb block.
Oh, you could feel the playoff intensity in that block. He's playing some extra aggressive defense out there.
And here's Detroit. They're on a 14-4 run. Cunningham outside. There's a screen. Thompson left side. Down to 5 on the shot clock. So they take the lead. Davis has got 17. Well, it's certainly been a roller coaster ride.
You do me one, I'll do you one better. It feels like we have a lead change every few possessions.
Here's Mr. Perfect. 11 points in the game. Booker against Davis. Cunningham on the wing. Outside Davis. It's stolen.
First personal foul, third team foul. At the line for 2, 0.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. Good on both.
Well, this guy has multiple ways to get to the free throw line, and boy, has his stroke been on the money.
44 seconds left in the first half. Here's Whitman with his first shot attempt. And here's the fast break. Here's the Cobra. 5 points in the game. Takes the three. The rebound by Detroit. Silva's got his 6th rebound on the night. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. Detroit shooting their 5th and 6th free throw attempts tonight.
Taking 2 shots.
First one falls for him. So he gets them both. Now here's Booker. 1 second left. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Booker's got his 2nd basket of the night. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Cleveland on top, leading by 1. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
Welcome all. Game 3, and it's a real halftime cliffhanger for Detroit.
I'm not seeing their activity on D. Right now, the game is close, but it could turn on them unless they up the effort.
I agree. If they let this slip away, it's because their defense let them down.
They were able to take a game on the road, capturing home court advantage. Shaq, how important is Game 3 for them?
Well, Game 3 is always huge. They took care of business on the road. Now they have to hit you guys with a big word. Now they have to capitalize on it.
Ooh. Well, it won't be easy, but I'm going to make a prediction, guys. You ready?
No, but go
Whoever
ahead.
wins this Game 3, they win the series.
That is bold, Kenny. I sort of like it. Thanks, as always, for watching. Let's head back to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the second half.
Happy to have you back with us for the Eastern Conference semifinals on 2K Sports. And here's Thompson. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. They've got Devin Booker, and it's the Magician in at the point. Pass to Cunningham. Here's Silva. Fires for three. And Mr. Perfect pulls it down. Mr. Perfect's got 4 rebounds now. And for the Pistons, we've got Cade Cunningham. Davis out there with Asar Thompson. And it's Silva in at the 2-guard. The Magician misses. The Pistons shooting the ball at around 42% for the game. Now here's Thompson. Tight defense on him. Davis from long range. The Magician grabs the miss. Well, Cleveland's shooting it at 52%. The Cobra. The rebound by Detroit. Davis has got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Silva. Oh, Booker with a block.
Well, an 0-for-3 start to the half. You need to pick it up and start to put some pressure on your opponent.
Here's Mr. Perfect. He's got 13. The Magician misses.
Well, it hasn't been the most efficient game for this guy, but their team is fortunate to still be out in front.
Outside Davis. To the inside. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Flying high, Asar Thompson. I wish I still had hops like that.
Pass to the Cobra. And here's Booker. Here's Mr. Perfect. Oh, a rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Check out the immediate response to the jam.
Oh, both sides are fired up. And how about our AT&T 5G slam can? Couldn't have captured that play any better. The Pistons have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to fall in the second half. Cunningham passes to Silva. The shot's good on the assist by Cunningham. Silva's got 12. Here in the second half, this game's still nip and tuck.
Just an insane amount of lead changes. The fans are getting their money's worth.
And Kenny Atkinson has called a timeout. He wants to review the game plan. Outside Booker. The rebound by Detroit. Silva's got rebound number 7 tonight. Cunningham on the wing. Blocked! And they get it back. There's Davis with the 3. And Mr. Perfect pulls it down. Mr. Perfect's got 5 rebounds in the game. Pass to the Magician. And he lobs it up, soaring above the rim. Cunningham.
Oh, that's impactful defense right there. Finding a steal and instantly turning it into offense.
Here's the Cobra. Here's the Magician. He's watched by Cunningham. The Magician. And he's back in business as the jumper finally drops for him. The Magician's got his 3rd basket of the night. Cunningham Cunningham outside. Tries the spin move. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Davis. No good from outside. The Cavs have got just 2 of 6 in the second half. Here's the Cobra. Excellent D there from Davis. And here's Davis. He'll bring it up for Detroit. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half. Blocked. Here's Mr. Perfect, defended by Thompson. Offensive rebound. Shot's good by the Cobra. The Cobra's got 8 points.
Well, more and more you see big men working on the outside shot, and this guy has one of the better ones in the league.
Davis from long range. The rebound by Garbage Man. Garbage Man's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active.
Boy, a tough go for him in this quarter. You can see how desperately he wants to get things started. He just can't make a shot.
Here's the Magician. Off target from outside.
Well, he hasn't proven to be much of a floor spacer for them. He had the 1-3, but that was back in the first half.
Cunningham outside. Fires the 3. The basket's good. Off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 3 assists in the game. And we've got a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
If you see yourself on the screen, then you know what to do. Show us your move.
And Cleveland has possession. Here's the Magician. He's got 7. Pass to Garbage Man. There's a screen. Lets the 3 fly. Devin Booker for 3.
Quality decision-making off that pick and roll. Booker just taking what the defense gives him.
Davis, the pass to Thompson. Here's Silva. The 3 is up. Yes, and a nice assist from Thompson. Thompson's got his 4th assist with that last one.
His 3rd triple of the game. A little more success from out there in the second half.
Here's Mr. Perfect. He's got 15. And that one's good. The Magician.
Well, after netting one in the first half, that's the 2nd deep ball to go down for this guy.
Pass to Whitman. Back to Cunningham. Shot is up. It's wide right. Hits off the rim. The Cavaliers have gotten 5 of 12 shots to drop in the 3rd. Outside Booker. Silva with a rebound. Silva's got rebound number 8 now. Cunningham passes to Whitman. Outside Davis. Cunningham outside. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. Here's Mr. Perfect. Pass to the Cobra. Here's the Magician. The three. Davis with a rebound. And here's Cunningham. 14 points for him. Puts up a three. Silva can't hit.
That's staying connected to the shooter and timing the contest.
Pass to Mr. Perfect. Here's the Cobra. Lets it go from the wing, and it falls all over the rim and in. The Cobra's got 5 points now this quarter.
Now that's a bad shot until it goes through the net.
Here's Silva. He's got 15. Thompson's shot is off. Here's the Cobra. The rebound by Detroit. Whitman's got 7 rebounds in the game. Silva passes to Davis, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Davis has got 19 points.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
And I think that's the one thing every player is searching for, consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
Number 19, taking 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And some changes here for Detroit. Holland, he's checked in for Thompson. Thomas comes in for Silva. And Sasser subbed in for Cunningham. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Here's Whitman. No points yet. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
And the call will be against Alperon Şengün. That's his first foul, and it's time to take another look at that powerful block.
You know that block has him and his teammates all pumped up. That is what playoff basketball is all about.
.143 left in the third quarter. Here's Sasser. Oh, that doesn't go on the chance to tie. Pass to the Magician. Shot from the top of the key. The rebound by Detroit. Davis has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Here's Whitman. Thomas outside. Clock at 6. Top of the key. Good. He hits the jumper. Thomas has got 7 points in the game.
If Cam Thomas is playing pick and roll and he's got the ball, you know he wants to play for him.
From deep three-point land. Davis with a rebound. Davis has got the glass covered here tonight. That's 11 boards for him. Sasser outside. And they call an illegal screen here.
Boy, not on the same page there. And a possession ball game, that's a big mistake.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Duren, he's checked in for Detroit. Cade Cunningham comes in for Sasser. Now here's Booker. He's got 9. Pass to Mr. Perfect. Şengün with it, covered by Duren. Back to Mobley from downtown. Holland with a rebound. Now here's Duren. There's Cunningham with a 3. Sinks it from distance. Cunningham's got 8 here in this quarter. And we've just finished the third quarter. What a tight game we've got going. Detroit on top. They lead by 2. All right, we're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of quarter number 4 next. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And welcome back to our coverage of Game 3 on 2K Sports. We've got Mobley, and it's the Cobra in at the 4. Booker against Thomas. From 9 feet. Silva with a rebound. Silva's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Here's the break. Booker for 3. From the corner. Booker drains it.
Now Devin Booker ready on the opportunity to take any 3 he gets. That is pretty.
Here's Cunningham. Pass to Holland. Back to Cunningham. Here's Holland. Cunningham outside. Here's Silva. That falls. Nice feed that time from Cunningham. Cunningham's got 3 assists tonight.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that 3-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Mobley, no good. Detroit shooting the ball at around 42% for the game. Pass to Cunningham. Here's Holland, covered by Mobley. Here's Silva. Off the mark there with a 3. The Cavaliers have gotten just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the 4th. The Cobra passes to Booker.
Throw attempt numbers indicate just how difficult someone is to guard. Booker's certainly in the hard-to-check category.
And a chance for a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for the Pistons.
Their hot shooting from long distance has been the key. Spacing the floor and rising up with that confidence.
I think another thing that's striking here tonight, the ball movement is incredible. Again and again, they're making smart passes to ready shooters.
And he makes the first. Both free throws good from Booker. Now Cunningham. 2 minutes gone by here in the 4th. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
And I like how tough Cunningham is. Welcoming the contact on the way to the hoop.
Taking 2 shots. Take break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
Yeah, can you say total package? Cunningham, the prototype guard these days.
And so he hits both. And Cleveland has possession. Pass to Booker. Here's Tyson. Just 5 to shoot. Pulls up. Shot's good by the Cobra.
And that was the right decision. When you're in need of a bucket, You go to your most trusted guys.
Well, you've got to earn trust and equity by making shots. Nice delivery there.
And Cleveland making a change here. Coro's checked in. Thompson, he's checked in for Detroit. If you're just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Duran, the screen. Thompson passes to Duran. And stolen by Mobley. Down lows. Here's the Cobra. Misses the baby hook.
Gets good position inside. May have rushed it just a little.
To the paint. Thompson passes to Thomas. Thompson with it. From 12 feet. Back to Thomas. This one for three. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. The Cobra passes to Booker. Here's the Cobra. Okoro outside. Pass to the Cobra to take the lead. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Second team foul. At the line for Cleveland, Hopkins. 2 shots.
And the free throw is good. Now leading by 1. And Detroit making a change here. And he makes both free throws.
And really strong at the line since the break.
The Pistons have gone 1 of 4 since the fourth quarter began. And the timeout called here by J.B. Bickerstaff. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point. Evan Mobley, he's checked in for Cleveland. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
J.B. Bickerstaff had some words for his team over the break. He laid into the team about being over-aggressive. He said, quote, "You're letting them get to the line as much as they want. We've got to dial back some of the physicality because it's getting us in trouble. Guys, let's see if they can ease up here."
Thank you for that, Allie. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Oh, there's the alley. Whitman passes to Thomas. And the three-pointer goes. And the Pistons lead by 1.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Pass to Mobley. Here's the Magician. An open look for Booker. And he wills that one in, sinking it right through the back of the iron. Booker's got 10 points in just the second half. For Detroit, they've gone 2 of 5 from the field in this final quarter. Booker against Thomas. Launches it. And And the rebound goes to Cleveland. Mr. Perfect's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Pass to the Magician. Now here's Mobley. Thomas defends. The rebound by Detroit. Whitman's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Cunningham outside. Here's Whitman, covered by Mobley. Whitman passes to Cunningham. 6 on the shot clock. Mobley grabs the board. Mobley's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Mr. Perfect. Here's the Magician. He's watched by Cunningham. Swatted away. And it's out of bounds to Cleveland. And you got to be in awe of incredible defensive efforts like this.
Oh, you could feel the playoff intensity in that block. He's playing some extra aggressive defense out there.
Hardaway's checked in for Booker. Sasser's checked in for Detroit. Here's the Magician. No good on the quick 3.
At this point, I'm not sure if it's the play calling or the player himself.
Davis can't hit. For Cleveland, they've gotten just 3 of 9 shots to go in, struggling this 4th quarter. Hardaway, the pass to Mr. Perfect. And here's Mobley, defended by Thompson. Thomas with a double team. Mobley finds Hardaway. Connects from downtown. Hardaway's got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, that's money in the bank. Hardaway, terrific off the catch.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Inside. They still need this. And Mr. Perfect pulls it down.
A rare miss for him at point-blank range. That's one he'd like to have back.
Hardaway on the wing. Thomas defends. Hardaway's shot is good.
One thing about Hardaway, he knows how to score.
Detroit trails by 6. Outside Davis. Thompson outside. 3-pointer, no good. The Cavs have gone 5 of 11 so far in the 4th. They grab their own miss.
And I just love how he's making the effort plays that everyone around him appreciates.
It is certainly making an impact tonight.
No doubt. On the scoreboard, in the body language of the players, you can tell which team is in complete command.
Whitman passes to Thomas. Davis a screen. 4 on the clock. Going inside. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Davis has got 21.
They have a never-give-up attitude.
No doubt, keeping it very close. They're going to have to step up even more to get over the hump here.
And we've got a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan. Changes here for Detroit. Silva's checked in for Thomas. And Cade Cunningham subbed in for Sasser. Now here's Booker. Here's Garbage Man. Here's the Magician. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Cavaliers lead by 8.
Bad idea leaving him open. He needs more defensive attention, not less.
Pass to Silva. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Cavaliers.
You have to like what you've seen from them defensively. They've done well contesting shots and have managed to come away with some blocks too.
They've also been scoring on the break. With how difficult it is to get buckets in the half court, anytime you can push the ball in transition for easy ones, that's big time.
And he drops the first. Good on both.
A perfect trip to the line narrows the gap.
And Cleveland has possession. They held a 12-point lead earlier. Pass to Mr. Perfect. The three. The rebound by Detroit. Silva's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. We've got 1:48 left in the fourth. Poke loose. Cunningham up top. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
14 foul.
First free throw is good, and that brings him within 5. It's both from the stripe.
You must embrace the pressure and knock down critical free throws. Nicely done.
So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Yeah, Devin Booker shifting gets himself into the paint. So aggressive, and it pays off.
He drops the first one, and that puts him up 5. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Well, you like when a guy calmly steps up, knocks down the free throws, exactly what you want.
Kicks it out to Cunningham. On target from range. Cunningham's got 13 in the second half.
Not afraid of taking big shots. Cunningham rises to the occasion and delivers.
There's a screen. Here's Mr. Perfect. And they recover it.
He gets to the long rebound and keeps the clock running. Great play.
Here's Booker. Silva, Booker defending. No one near him, and he buries it. And that one brings him within one.
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
Pass to the Magician. We've got 33 seconds left in the game. Here's the Cobra. 5 to shoot. And it's all from three-point range.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
To take the lead, here's Silva. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. And he commits the intentional foul.
And a smart choice right there. I mean, you can't allow them to just drain the clock.
He hits the first one, and that'll put him up 2. And he hits both free throws here, and it's a three-point game.
Well, those are essential free throws to make a three-point lead. It's going to take something from long range now to tie this game.
And J.B. Bickerstaff decides to call timeout. And Coach didn't want to take any chances in this situation, which is why he called the TO. Any speculation on what we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
Tricky situation here. They need some kind of bucket to stay alive.
And it's either got to be a three-pointer or a score quickly and take the foul.
.16 seconds left in the fourth. To tie it up. The three won't fall. And they're going to prolong the game with an intentional foul.
Yeah, and there's no question they have to foul. Now, I'm sure they would have preferred to avoid it.
Number 19, taking 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. Pass to Whitman. 4-3. The shot no good. And so it's Cleveland winning this one. And this is a critical win for them. They grab the lead in the series after splitting the first 2 games.
Yeah, Game 3 feels like a Game 7 if the series is tied. It has a huge impact. They're in the driver's seat now, as long as they don't lose their focus.
That'll do it for this broadcast of the NBA Eastern Conference semifinals. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Doris Burke, I'm Brian Anderson saying thanks for tuning in. And as we leave, we present our player of the game.